So I am starting part two of feeling lost with, you know, just to continue the Bible conversation. So we discussed in part one a little bit about me and how I feel lost in some things currently. So in this video, I would like to just kind of like sums it up, or not sums it up, but I will kind of like equal it out like a math equation. So I'm ready to give you the solution to not feel lost anymore. So for those who feel lost um in their life when it comes to providing for your family or making a decision on what makes you happy, same goes for me. So this word was just given to me just a few seconds ago, and I want to share it with you guys. So basically, for those who feel lost and not accomplishing anything or just jumping from here and there and don't really know their purpose in life as much, why don't we just trust God? That's the main question. God already knows the purpose for our life when He created us. And yes, when He created us, He broke the mold. We all have our individual fingerprint. No one has the same fingerprint on this earth. No one has the same teeth unless you go and get them done and be like, I want to look like such and such. So everyone's dental records are different and unique. Everyone's fingerprint is different and unique. So every biometric of a human being, excuse me, is different. So when God created us, He already knew our purpose. And when we don't tap into our purpose, then that's where we start to feel lost. And so this just kind of answered, the first part where I was just being open with you guys and honest with you guys about how I currently feel, why I feel lost, why I feel stuck um as of right now. But that's because we worry. We worry and we don't let go and we don't let God. When we worry, that just shows how strong our faith is. And we need to have faith as great as a mustard seed, okay? And you know how big those things are. Those are itty bitty, itty bitty, about that big. I know you see it, about that big right there. So we tend to lose faith when we worry about us on earth, our fleshy things. But when we have faith and we let go and we don't worry, we know God got us because He can close and open doors that we cannot physically do. So for me, I take this in strongly because I'm like, yeah, like, why do I worry? When I know that God got me, why do I still worry? Why do I constantly have to go in and out of my faith, even though I know for sure? And He has gotten me out of things. He has placed me in places that I would have never gotten myself personally. You know, like my previous career, or I ain't gonna say career, my previous job, because I'm still in the same career, but my previous location of where I worked, I was doing things you would have never thought I would ever be doing. First of all, I never even thought that the state and the city that I'm from, that we even had such a things. I thought these were like big city type of things, like LA or New York. I thought they had this such a things, but my mind was so small. I was like, I mean, that would make sense. We are a smaller location compared to big cities, and why we cannot have stuff like this. So doors were open for me immediately when I saw or I experienced such that I really enjoyed and I really liked. But here's the thing, that door was already closed too. When the door was closed, I knew God had something bigger for me. And I already had a vision of such, and I wrote it down, and I told no one. Well, I told a couple of people that were, one was close to me, but I told a few people of my vision that I had wrote down. I literally dreamt of this. So I have that locked away in my phone, and the vision will come clear when it's time. So I had a moment. I had a moment. So basically, we need to stop feeling lost and stop beating ourselves up when we do not feel that we have accomplished enough at the age that we are, or at the rate that we are, or at the time that we are, So my whole thing is, let's encourage each other to remind each other all the time that stop feeling lost, stop worrying so much, trust God, He got you. We have this thing, which I'm not sure everybody's spirituality and what they think, but and I mean, for me personally, I'm not gonna bash you and be like, I don't care about what you think. This is how I think. No, this is the purpose of Bible conversations. I want to know your mind. I want to talk to you. I want to see where you at spiritually. Like, what level are you on spiritually to think this way? you know and I'm not here to judge, I'm here to talk, I'm here to be open-minded, and that's what I am. I'm an open-minded person. I like to call myself an open-minded, optimistic person. And so basically, we need to encourage each other to not feel lost. We need to remind each other, hey, God got us. He got us. He's going to bring us out of this thing. If you feel that you're not happy, well, God got you here for a reason and a season. So just know that this season is temporary. You're not going to be here permanently, because whatever He got for you is greater than where you are now. And all He asks of you is to trust Him, to believe in His supernatural being. And what we say is, being supernatural, we believe in the supernatural, but we have to have our natural and believe for His super on our natural. So even though we're working and we're believing for His supernatural, we still need to abide by our Bible, or abide by our church, or whatever we are abiding by, and put work in to believe for God's supernatural. So even though we're working and on our own time, it's taking very slow, but we're believing and receiving supernatural God's timing to speed it up. And that's why, like, in the first part, I was like, I was always the type, and I still am, where you tell me I can accomplish this in 5 years, and my mindset is not like that. My mindset is, okay, 5 years, watch me take this in 1 year. Okay, you said this got to be completed in 1 year. Okay, let me do 6 months. That's me. That's my faith, knowing that time timing, I'm like, I believe God got me to complete this in this certain amount of time, no matter the time being. And when I feel discouraged, sometimes I'm like, well, maybe it should be completed in 5 years. I'm not at this level. Just because you're physically not at this level, you never know what God has for you. And when those doors are easily open, that means, okay, I have one foot in, and let me test the waters and see what it's like. And if you enjoy it, oh, that must be your place then. So I just wanted to complete feeling lost. And I wanted to complete this part of the video, basically by sharing with you, like, do you know your purpose? Because obviously I shared my personal being, and you can clearly answer that for me. And I can say, like, I tap in and out. I tap in and out. I am strongly a believer in Jesus Christ. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, I be having some doubts Not in Jesus. Let's get that correct. I be having doubts when it comes to things that I am doing and believing and just tapping in and out of my faith of being like, okay, God, you got me. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh Lord, you guys take forever. And I need him to like answer my prayers right then, right now. But did you know that when you pray for a thing, he's already answered it? He's just waiting for you to do right by him so he can bring that thing to you. And I have to remind myself that literally all the time. Like, okay, there must be something that I am doing that is not right, because this is something that I strongly want and desire in my life. And so obviously, excuse me, I have something in my eyeball. Ooh wee. So I strongly believe that if you're not doing what God is wanting you to do, at that time when you're praying for such of a thing that you know mentally and physically you are ready for, you have outgrown the situation, but yet you're still sitting here and you're like, oh man, I want to move out so bad. Like whatever condition you are in, you're like, man, I want my own space. Oh, I want a new car. And your car currently, is still ticking, but yet you don't keep it up. You don't do the maintenance on it that you need to do the maintenance on. You don't, your room that, you live in under a roof of someone else that's paying the bills, you don't keep it up. And this is like me just sharing, like, if you do not keep up with such that you have now, why do you think God will bless you with something that's greater when you don't even keep up with what was given to you or what you have already been placed in? Why don't you cherish such? And I have to remind myself constantly on, why am I still here? The only reason why you feel stuck or why I feel stuck is because we have not physically grown out of a situation. We have set our mindset at being comfortable, even though our mindset is like, it's time to go. We have, our feelings are set as we are comfortable here. I mean, like, okay, I mean, we want to move out and we're believing for something, we want to get a new car, we're believing for something, but let's just, be lazy. When our faith is lazy, we are lazy, therefore, God is lazy in responding. That's how I see it. God will bless you when he knows that you are the type to cherish everything. You do not take anything for granted, no matter what the circumstance are, no matter situations. Why do you think some homeless people out here are more blessed spiritually than those with things? And I say that because there is this one guy who, you can see him everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, sometimes he be, in another city. You be like, how? How? Ooh, how did you get here? This is too far. But you see him everywhere. And he always has Christian music going because he has a radio. And he always, he marches in the word and he has a sign. I don't remember exactly what the sign says, but I know it's of a Bible verse. And he doesn't beg. He is not a beggar. He just sits there, he has a sign, and if you want to bless him, you're going to bless him. I mean, he's just basically everywhere that he goes, he literally takes his stuff, he chills as if he made that little area his house. And he causes no harm to nobody, but he is the most blessed. And I can sense his spiritual being. I can sense, you know, his positivity because he's not the type to just walk up on you like some crazy homeless people. They'll walk up on you, ask for such, and touch you and stuff. And you're like, hold on, wait a minute, sir. I have a shower, and I'm clean and you not. Don't touch me. But then you have to think about like, dang, like, well, they wouldn't be begging if they had stuff. They wouldn't. even approach you if they had anything. But obviously, they're here for a reason. They are still homeless for a reason. But this particular person in particular, I feel like God has something great for him, no matter what the circumstance is. He was not always homeless because I have not seen him as long as I've been here in the state that I'm in the city that I'm in. I've never seen him before until a few years ago. So I feel like he's going to come across the right person, and the right person is going to bless him tremendously. Like, tremendously. And he is going to either take this season that he has currently been in or is in, and he's going to apply that as a life lesson for his life in the future. But that's just something that I sense in him. And so I have not spoke with him. I just always see him and I'm like, God is really going to bless you. And we have, our palace and stuff in heaven, and we have, you know, our greater being in heaven. That's why things on earth should not matter. But there's a lot of materialistic people on this earth, and we need to get them out of being materialistic. It's cool to have nice stuff. It's cool to have a big old house. It's cool to have the luxury finest car. It's cool to have, your nails did, your hair did, makeup did all the time. It's cool to have the latest technology. It's cool to, always be up and up and just constantly with a lot of things that you just have. But when you're not blessing others with that, what does it do for you? Why do you think most celebrities, Hollywood celebrities, why do you think once they get to a certain place, their spirit is lost? And so therefore they do things that you will be like, what? Why would they do that? Or what were their mind? Where were, their family when this happened to them? And I'm talking about suicide. I'm talking about those who, they just up and just, they always were like the life of being a comedian, life of being, like you would think this person has just so much joy, so much happiness. Like they have everything, but what do materialistic things do for you? Nothing. When you don't have the right mindset, the faith in God and everything, what does those things do for you? Obviously, they don't make you happy because why are you on the inside feeling depressed? Why are you on the inside feeling lost? And like you can't find yourself and you can't, you know, get yourself out of a funk, but yet you think the only result is to take your life. And so everyone that you have affected in a positive light, they're confused. They're like, why? What happened? And so I want to end this video by saying, let us remind ourselves that God has us at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And that we need to constantly remember that, why do I feel lost? I'm here for a reason. I am blessed to have a job. I am blessed to have a car. Not everybody has a car. I am blessed to have a place, a roof over my head, food to eat, clothes on my back. I am blessed to have parents that care about me. I am blessed to not be on the streets selling my body for Mo and Joe and Harry and Larry, like, oh, I am blessed to have shoes on my feet to not walk around barefoot. I am blessed to constantly brush my teeth every day. I am blessed to wash my back to smell good. I am, just be grateful and thankful for all the things that God has blessed us. And when we constantly bless, when we thank God for his blessing on our lives, we can bless others and we can be a blessing to others when it comes to the things that we have, because when we're a blessing to others, God blesses us even more. Now, I mean, it could be with our spirit, it could be with our emotions, it could be with our feelings, how we feel in life. Man, blessing others can make you feel so much better about yourself, and you won't be vain about it. Now, there's some people And I'm not on here to bash anybody. I am not on here to say nothing, basically. But there are times where I get on social media and I have to learn to not be on social media so much. And that's what I'm learning as of right now, currently. Because when we see things that are not presented to us in the right way, we tend to feel jealous and envy and all of that. So I see things with people who are very vain. I post pictures, but I don't hardly say much. I just post pictures of myself. I admire myself. I love myself. And there's a difference between loving yourself and just, every once in a while posting a picture, feeling good. And then there's the difference between being vain, where it's someone's birthday, but you insert yourself in this situation. It's someone's graduation day, but yet you insert yourself in that situation. And you just think you're God. I laugh. It's hilarious to me. But who am I to like judge that person? Who am I to be like, why are you doing that? When you and like you keep your thoughts to yourself because thoughts unspoken die. I believe it's thoughts unspoken die without being said or something like that. You guys probably know what I'm trying to say, but you keep those thoughts to yourself. You don't speak it out loud because if you speak it out loud, you're, being negative about that person or about yourself or about the situation. And so you rather just keep it to yourself and just don't say anything and just ignore it. Because at the end of the day, the most high is the one that's going to be the one to judge that person, that's going to be the one to basically bring all your demons to the light. And then you're going to have an eye opener and you're going to be like, why was I doing that? It's this person's day, but yet I made it about myself. Like I learned a long time ago when I was just a teenager, stop being woe it's me. Stop being selfish. Every time you feel that it's someone else's day, you think the light is not being shined on you. You are God's child, okay? God's child, he will shine a light on everyone, okay? Let your light shine when it's supposed to, not on someone else's day that everybody is celebrating. Also, learn to be happy for others. We can go a long way when we are tremendously happy for others, not feeling jealous, envy, or feeling like, why are they here and why am I here? So, this video that was like, this is the video where I'm going to end it and we're not going to feel lost anymore. But we are going to have conversations about other things, reality, being a realist, basically. But we have to also remind ourselves like, here's the answer. The answer is in the Bible. Jesus himself, preached it, went over it with all of his servants and everything. So we have to remind ourselves, hey, the answer's in the Bible. I'm no longer feeling lost. I'm happy and content with where I'm at because God has another door that's going to open for me soon. And within that soon time frame, there's going to be promotions. There's going to be raises, financial stability, or even above and beyond financial stability, where you are beyond comfortable with your finances and you will never go broke another day in your life. So he's going to continue to bless us when we don't worry about situations anymore, when we don't worry about why are we here. Now, for those who are experiencing more hardship, where it's a lot easier said than done. That's with anybody that feels like their situation is worse than what you think. Um, Same thing. You have to continue just to let it go and let God, and God will make a way out of no way. And so I would like to end this video by saying thank you guys for tuning into Bible Conversations with me. If you have anything you would like to share, say, rebuttal. I'm not the type to argue, but I will debate. But that's a story for another day. So if you like to, say anything positive about this video, go ahead, put it in the comment section below, like it, share it. If you know someone that is just feeling beyond depressed, maybe this video will help them feel a little bit more encouraged about the rest of their life or about what their situation is currently. Um, I would love to be the light to shine on other people. I always wanted to be a blessing to others. I just never know how I could figure that out on my own. And hey, why not social media? Just get it started that way. So, like, comment, subscribe to this video channel. Even though my channel is for hair, I will be making hair content, and that will be coming soon. But as of right now, it's on my heart to continue Bible conversations. So if you want to start a new conversation, bring that subject to me, and I will definitely dive into that conversation. You will not be left alone. We are starting this together, and we're going to go and seek through this together. In the name of Jesus, I would like to say thank you for tuning in once again, and catch you later. Yes. Alrighty. We're going to seal the deal in Jesus' name.